Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope your day and your week are off to a fantastic start. We've got a new day, which of course means a new MLB Player Prop video to share with you guys. But first, as always, people, please make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and drop a comment down below. It helps the channel grow, and it really does mean a ton to us. Now, as you can tell, this video is coming out much later in the day than I typically would do. I'm sorry, work stuff got in the way. Unfortunately, could not get a video out this morning, but I did make it home in time to go ahead and at least get a video out, a short video out for today's MLB slate. Now, because it is later in the day, we only have so much time before these games kick off. I am going to go ahead and be quick here. We have a quick little two-leg parlay to go ahead and share with you guys for some of the later games in today's slate. I'm also going to move quickly because I've never recorded in this room in the middle of the day, in the middle of the summer heat. It is hotter than Satan's man cave in this recording room right now. I've been only up here for like 10 minutes and I'm sweating my nutsack off. Sorry for that gross image to all the people at home. But like I said, quick little two-leg parlay. It's over plus 150 odds over on DraftKings. So we're going to be quick here, give you guys the picks, and go on about your day. So like I said, guys, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. We got a ton of great content here on the channel between myself, Evan, Trey, that you don't want to miss. All right, guys, like I said, two-leg parlay. We're using DraftKings for today's parlay. That's plus 152 on DraftKings. So pretty good value for a nice little two-leg parlay. Our first leg of our two-leg parlay, we're targeting the Padres-Giants game, 9:45 p.m. first pitch. We've got Logan Webb of the San Francisco Giants over 5.5 hits allowed. We're grabbing this one for minus 175 over on DraftKings. If you guys don't have DraftKings, you can still follow along with the parlay. Just the odds are probably going to end up being mildly different. Now, of course, this being a slight alternate line, the data is going to be in our favor here. 8 of his last 10 games, Logan Webb has cashed this over, averaging 6.6 hits allowed per game over his last 10 games. And actually, if we go ahead and narrow this down to the last 9 games, 8 of his last 9 games, he's cashed the over. So pretty good numbers recently. Even in looking at the overall 2025 numbers here, a 67% hit rate on the over, averaging 6.25 hits allowed per game this season. So as you can see by the data here, he's having a very strong year in terms of cashing this over. I don't know if that's necessarily good for him individually, but for us, it's very, very good. And if those numbers didn't do it for you guys, the head-to-head data is very, very strong. 5 consecutive matchups against his division rival in the San Diego Padres has he cashed the over, including 5 of his last 6 dating back to last year. That's an 83% hit rate, and he's averaging 7.83 hits allowed per game across those last 6 matchups. They've met so far twice this year, and he's cashed the over in both meetings this season. The most recent one back on June 2nd, he had 6 hits allowed. In their first meeting this year back on April 29th, he had 9 hits allowed. But you can see here from the head-to-head data, some of these games, the Padres kill him. You see 9 hits earlier this year, 10 hits on September 7th of last year, 10 hits on April 7th of last year. So some pretty big performances from the Padres offense against Logan Webb. And I expect that to be the same here because you look at the Padres batting numbers versus right-handed pitchers this year. It's been very, very good. Overall, the 11th best offense in terms of batting average versus right-handed pitchers this year. They've been even better of late. Looking at the last 30 days, 5th in batting average, 6th in BABIP. So they've actually gotten better from their overall season marks. And again, Logan Webb, his numbers not really the best. 25th percentile for batting average allowed. That's obviously very good for us. Not very good for Logan Webb. And one last data point here, we have the insights provided by Outlier. Logan Webb has exceeded 5.5 hits in 7 of his last 8 games at home. That's an 88% hit rate, averaging 6.75 hits allowed per game over his last 8 home games. So really good numbers across the board there for Logan Webb as the first leg of our two-leg parlay. I'm quite literally dying in this room right now, guys. Oh my God. I need a little mini fan or AC in this room. But oh my God. Second leg of our two-leg parlay. We've got Rays Athletics, 10:05 p.m. first pitch. We're going Jeffrey Springs of the Athletics under 5.5 hits allowed. We're grabbing that for minus 165 on DraftKings, but again, a couple different options if you are trying to go ahead and tail this parlay. Hopefully this parlay tonight will not be as sweaty as I am right now. So our second leg, Jeffrey Springs under 5.5 hits allowed. And again, this being an alternate line, a slight alternate line at that, the data is going to be pretty solid here. 7 of his last 10 games, he's cashed the under, averaging 4.3 hits allowed per game over his last 10 games. And if we go ahead and stretch the data out to 2025, the entire season numbers, you have a 68% hit rate on this under. So it's been good recently. It's been good all season long. He's averaging 4.45 hits allowed per game this season. So pretty good numbers across the board here. And from a head-to-head perspective, we just have one game against the Rays, but it is relatively recently. Back on July 1st, he gave up 4 hits in what was a 4-3 win for the Athletics. So some recent head-to-head data, not a ton of data in the head-to-head department, but it is pretty recent, so that's good. At least the Athletics have actually been a pretty surprising team this year. I'm not going to lie, but this is really where the money gets made on this player prop. Looking down below, the Rays batting numbers versus left-handed pitchers like Jeffrey Springs this season and of late. As you can see here, consistently they have struggled all season long hitting off of left-handed pitchers, but over the last month, it's been even worse. Bottom 3 in batting average, strikeout percentage, and BABIP, all which are very good for us when taking into consideration we have Jeffrey Springs unders in hits. And the fact that he's also at home, although I get it, the Athletics don't have much of a home field advantage this year, I do think it's a really solid player prop here. The matchup is solid. It's a Rays team that struggles to hit off of lefties recently and overall. Jeffrey Springs has been cashing the under consistently all season long. He's already done it once this year against this same Rays team. And again, mind you, they've been even worse since they last played. So really good matchup here as the second leg of our 2-leg parlay. All right, guys, so there you have it. Our 2-leg parlay, again, using DraftKings plus 152 odds. So like I said, it's not going to, unless you put a lot of money down, you're not going to win a mansion off of this. But plus 152, the value is certainly there for a 2-leg parlay. 2 solid picks, as you saw from the data. Very good player props. Jeffrey Springs, under 5.5 hits allowed. In Logan Webb, over 5.5 hits allowed. Again, guys, I apologize for the later video in the day, but at least we picked the later game. So even if you watch this now, you still have at least 3+ hours to go ahead and tail the parlay. So it gives you guys a little bit of time there. That is it for me today. Thank you very much, as always, for watching. If you did make it to the end of this video, comment 7 down below, as we just passed the 7-minute mark in today's video. As always, guys, we appreciate those who watch through each and every single video here on the channel. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and drop a comment down below. I will be back tomorrow with another MLB Player Prop video, hopefully in our regular morning time slot. But until then, guys, I hope you're all winners. Enjoy your Monday. Let's have a great week. And most importantly, let's go ahead and make some money.